Guys, it's Alex, another episode of Building E82, and on today's episode we're gonna be installing a digital dash that Musa was kind enough to give to me because he has no reason for it since he sold his E90. So, and I'm trying to install it, and there are a lot of things you need to modify in order to do that. As you can see, the dash doesn't fully go down, and it's supposed to sit kind of more leveled with the bottom right here. But everything else, like plugging wise, it works and does exactly what it needs to do. And the reason is when dash is down here, you can see where it hits, like this mark right there and there, and we tried hammering it down here, it doesn't work. So what I'm thinking of doing is just measure out the thickness of a dash and see where it starts to hit. I'm gonna Dremel these sections out because this is where it bends down, like turns and at the angle. Main thing is not to get to these mounting points for the upper section, like the little bezel that goes right here. So that's an idea. Just gonna trim those pieces right here and gonna confirm with you guys if it's even possible to install it here. I went to Home Depot and got myself a new accessories for my Dremel. And that's what you would need to do in order to put the dash. Basically just cut everything below this for about like 2 inches diameter, like 1.5 inches, and all the way down so the dash completely sits where it needs to be. Here's I'll show you how the dash sits in here now. I'm gonna move the wire out of the way, and once you slide the dash in, as you can see, it pops in perfect right there, everything, and we still have room for the other stuff. I might need to grind down my upper bezel where these corners are so it sits in here as well. But that's here you get an idea of how dash sits in a car, and it takes like 10 minutes to actually trim everything. So pretty easy mod to do, to be honest with you. So here's the other section where you need to get everything trimmed. So as you can see, this whole like piece right here gotta get trimmed right there. Same on the other side right here. My phone could focus a little bit. Actually, I got some light right here. So that fits real nice inside of there with trimming on the side right here. So no, it doesn't touch anything, and it's a little loose. But once I put the bezel and bolt everything in, both seem to align pretty well at the top right here. So just goes right there. And yeah, it all should just bolt in right now. Here we go, the dash is installed, everything works. I'm gonna turn it on now for in a second. But as far as fitment, it sits in here fine, except it doesn't fully line up here because I think E90 is slightly different thing, like the different shape of actual like dash bezel right here. So we have a little bit of like an issue here, and I had to drill a few holes in the plastic and just secure it. But other than that, thing is not moving, and it's pretty tight in there. Maybe I could lower it a little more too, but as far as like just installing it, mocking it on, making sure everything fits, it did the job. And other thing what I was thinking is use a stock bezel, like this whole section, and pull the glass out of it. Just kind of disassemble it, trim it to the shape, and try using that thing, and then bend these metal pieces a little bit to like proper shape. But as far as like installation process, just take some trimming, and let me demonstrate that everything works. Let's see, key please turn on. There you go, and the dash lights up and everything starts. And if I turn the car on, the RPMs and everything works. The gas gauge works properly. As you saw, RPMs work properly, gas gauge works properly. I made sure it was the same amount on my previous thing, so shows the same amount of miles, and it shows all my error codes from Hydro that I installed before. And since I deleted the hydraulic part of ABS module, I'm gonna have those codes, but those 3 codes meaning I have no stability control in a car whatsoever. So that's what I need for drifting. So this is 3 good error codes you need for drifting. And here's my Hydro setup that I installed in previous video. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll put it in the end of the video, so you can just click on it, and I'll put it the link to it in the description. That's pretty much it for today. Pretty short video, and just wanted to show you how it's possible to do an E82 chassis. Pretty straightforward, just gotta do some trimming here and there. And as far as functionality, I think it won't be any different than E90, because it's the same chassis in a way. And I'm pretty sure wiring is exact same thing here, because why would they make two different wiring things for it? Yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked. Since it's a race car, I want to kind of have like a more futuristic race car look to the dash cluster. And I don't think many people with 82s have this thing, so it'll be cool to be one of the first ones to have it. And Musa already if you want to have more information about like installation on E90, Musa already did a video on his channel, Vehicular DIY, where he goes through detail of how to install it, how to program it, and how to operate the thing. I'm not gonna go through it because he already has a video, and you can guys go check it out, and I'll put a link to his channel in the description as well. And if you guys enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna see you in the next episode.